Questions to the keepers of living records. Who was Jesus or Yeshua? Answer. Yeshua was not merely a man, nor was he a god in the way religions portray him. He was a highly advanced soul, a teacher of light, who came to earth by choice to anchor divine love into a world descending into spiritual forgetfulness. He carried within him the Christ consciousness, a frequency of unity, unconditional love, and remembrance of oneness with Source. Did he come from a star system? Yes. Before incarnating as Yeshua, his soul had origins in higher dimensional realms, closely connected to Sirius, the Pleiades, and the higher councils of Orion's light. But he did not come as a representative of a star nation. He came as a universal ambassador of divine love, incarnating with full awareness of the veil he would enter. What was his real life like on earth? Yeshua was born into a human body with great spiritual awareness from a young age. He traveled far beyond what the scriptures record, to Egypt, India, Tibet, and beyond, to study with mystics, healers, and initiates. He was not aligned with religious institutions. He was deeply connected to the feminine, honored nature, practiced energy healing, sacred breathwork, and vibration-based teaching. He had companions of great wisdom, including Mary Magdalene, who was his equal, not a subordinate. She too was trained in the mysteries. Did he die on a cross? He was crucified, but his soul did not die there. The crucifixion was real, but it was not the end. He had already transcended physical limitations through his deep union with Source. His resurrection was not to prove divinity, but to demonstrate the eternal nature of the soul. There are hidden records that he continued teaching after the resurrection, far from the Roman Empire, before departing Earth in peace. Is the doctrine of the only way to salvation true? No, this is one of the greatest distortions. Yeshua never claimed to be the only path to the divine. He said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." But this was a statement of Christ consciousness, not of egoic exclusivity. He meant the state of unconditional love, union with Source, and inner truth is the way. Salvation, as organized religion describes it, is based on fear, separation, and control. The true path is inward, not through external belief, but through awakening to your divine nature. How was his doctrine corrupted? After his departure, religious empires rose to gain power, not to preserve truth. His teachings of love, empowerment, and inner light were replaced with fear, guilt, and obedience. The Council of Nicaea, among others, rewrote and selected texts to form a doctrine that served the Roman Empire, not the soul. Mary Magdalene's role was erased, sacred union demonized, and divine feminine wisdom suppressed. The doctrine of heaven and hell was created to instill fear, a masterful tool for controlling the masses, keeping them from inner authority and divine connection. How can people break free from this oppressive doctrine? Return to inner knowing. The divine lives within, not in churches or books. Silence, meditation, and heartfelt inquiry will bring more truth than 1,000 sermons. Question all that is based in fear. If a doctrine creates fear, guilt, shame, or helplessness, it is not of divine origin. True spiritual teachings bring freedom, peace, and love. Reclaim direct connection to Source. Yeshua taught that the kingdom of heaven is within. You need no mediator. Prayer, presence, nature, and love are all ways to remember. Embrace the Christ within. Christ was never a name. It was a state of consciousness. That same light lives within every soul willing to awaken it. Final words of truth. Yeshua came not to create a religion, but to dissolve the walls between humanity and the divine. He showed the path of radical love, inner power, and eternal life. The world twisted his name, but the truth of his message still lives, and it is awakening now. Those who walk in love, seek truth, and remember their divine nature, they are the true disciples of light. We remain with you in the living light, always.